Chapter 14, Major Minerals, Screencast 1. Now, remember the first slide we saw, the previous screencast focusing on water, indicating the importance of minerals in basically all biological functions. Now, one thing to keep in mind here, minerals are also essential, but the way in which they differ from vitamins is they are not organic, and they are also needed in small amounts and necessary for function, growth, and maintenance of tissues within our body. Now, when we are not consuming the minerals that are essential, we actually will experience a decline in our overall health. When we describe a mineral as major, what that means, we require more than 100 milligrams daily. These are going to be those minerals also that are found in larger quantities within our bodies. Here, if we look at the primary minerals, the two most are going to be calcium and also phosphorus and potassium, those three, then sulfur, sodium, chloride, and so on. So this really shows us the major minerals. And then if we look at some trace minerals such as iron, manganese, copper, and iodine, those will be addressed in the next chapter. So we see a very big difference between the quantities of major versus trace minerals that we are going to find in our bodies. Now, animal sources are the richest and have the best bioavailability, and compounds in plants may actually diminish bioavailability. That's an important thing to keep in mind. The quantity of minerals is actually influenced by agricultural practices and food processing. The more refined a plant food is, the less minerals there will be in that food. Also, there are more foods that are actually being fortified with minerals. Iron is added to milled grain, table salt is fortified with iodine, and orange juice is often enriched with calcium. Now, here are some factors that are going to have an impact on what we refer to as mineral bioavailability. Factors that increase bioavailability are good vitamin D status, the intake of vitamin C, and normal gastric acidity. Factors that decrease the bioavailability of minerals are reduced gastric acidity, phytic acid, which is found in whole grains and legumes, oxalic acid, which is found in leafy vegetables, polyphenols, they are found in tea, coffee, and red wine, and high dose supplements of single minerals. So all of these are factors that will decrease the bioavailability of minerals that we consume in our foods. Now, when we talk about how minerals are traveling within our body, they typically are either free or bound to proteins. Trace minerals found in free form are highly reactive. The storage of these minerals does vary. Calcium and phosphorus, unsurprisingly, are found in high quantities in our bones and teeth. Iron is stored in relatively small amounts in the liver and bone marrow. And keep in mind, when we talk about trace minerals, the storage is very small for those. Now, how we excrete minerals is basically going to be in urine, although some minerals may actually be excreted in bile. If kidneys fail, mineral intake must be closely monitored to avoid toxicity of minerals. Now, when we look at the various functions of minerals, water balance, we already know that sodium plays a big role, but also other minerals that play a role in water balance include potassium, calcium, and phosphorus. Nerve impulses are going to require sodium, potassium, and calcium. Coenzymes are going to include magnesium, copper, selenium. Components of body compounds, probably the best example we have is iron, which is found in hemoglobin. And also, when we talk about growth and development, those require calcium, phosphorus, etc. Now, when we talk about mineral deficiencies, the primary minerals that are deficient in the United States are going to be calcium, potassium, magnesium, and iron. Those are the minerals that we are most likely to fall short of DRI recommendations in our diets. There is also a chance when we talk about trace minerals, there are deficiencies potentially in zinc and iodine. Now, when we talk about mineral toxicity, excess mineral intake can be toxic. Two that we need to be especially concerned with are going to be iron and zinc. Those will be addressed in the next chapter. So it is important to carefully consider supplementation. Higher intakes of one mineral may actually hinder the absorption of others. And also, some supplements may actually be contaminated with lead. So it is important that you are getting vitamins and minerals and all of your supplements through a reliable source.